Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with my last Fantastic Four review, everybody. And that's right, I went back on YouTube. I will put the link for the video of the movie down in the description area. So it's on YouTube, it's free, it's like an hour and 30 minutes long. It is the 1994 Fantastic Four movie, you guys. The one that was never released. There's a really interesting backstory to this movie. So the studio that had the rights to the Fantastic Four at the time wanted to keep the rights to these characters to eventually make a movie down the line. They hired people, directors, producers, editors, all this stuff. Stage crew, a cast, everybody. They cast every character. They filmed an entire movie with a very, very cheap budget. I'm pretty sure the budget in this, there's a documentary on Netflix actually also about this. At least I think it's still on Netflix. And if I can find it, I will most definitely put a picture up here for you guys. But yeah, there's a documentary on Netflix I saw a couple years ago about this. They literally had these people, Ole Sasson, or whatever his name is, the director. Sorry, I pulled the cast and everything because I don't really know who any of these people are. They had a nothing budget, basically. It was $1 million or even less than $1 million back in 1994. Yeah. They had basically nothing to make this movie. They went and shot, filmed everything. This entire movie. A big debut Fantastic Four movie in 1994. Like, movies like Batman Returns came out 2 years before that. Jurassic Park. I mean, Batman Forever came out a year after this in 1995. Just to put it in context, what kind of movies were coming out around like a good 5-year period of when this came out in the middle of that? They were not given shit for a budget. So this movie it does not look good, okay? The set pieces, the costumes, everything about the movie, it's not good. The special effects are god ugly. They're not good. They do a good job with the Mr. Fantastic stretching his limbs out and stuff. There are parts of it where it actually doesn't look too bad. And I think the Thing, Ben Grimm, like when he's the Thing, I think the costume doesn't look too bad. I think it could use a little tweaking, but it's most definitely probably the best of the costumes, because the Fantastic Four costumes themselves, yes, they were probably comic book accurate from like the 70s and stuff, but they were just tights that an average person could go buy. They were nothing crazy or cool. So, but yeah, they had a small budget. And the studio literally had them film this, and they were getting ready to go on a press tour to hype the movie up, and people were talking about it, like back in the old days before the internet, in magazines, media outlets, like this movie was getting hype built, and they were starting a media tour, and I'm pretty sure it was the Mall of America, and they were getting ready to debut the first trailer for this movie, and they were signing autographs and all this stuff, and they literally got told, nope, we're done. You guys aren't going on this press tour. We're never going to put this movie out. Like, and it just, the movie never came out. Like, they figured eventually, they were like, well, they don't want to put it out now. But like, it never got out. They never released it. And then you find out in this documentary that they literally had them make this movie just so they could keep the rights to the Fantastic Four characters. That's the only reason this movie exists. That is crazy shit, people. I think that is nuts that something like this was done. It is insane. The product itself, I'm going to give it up to the actors. We got Alex Hyde White plays Dr. Reed Richards. Jay Underwood plays Johnny Storm. Rebecca Stab plays Susan Storm. And Michael Bailey Smith plays Ben Grimm. You have this creepy jeweler guy that has like this underground cult of weirdos, just people that are acting super strange. Like, they don't look different, they're just acting super strange, and it's the jeweler. I'm guessing that might be a comic book villain for the Fantastic Four. I don't know. I wasn't huge into their comic books. I know of them and their backstory, but yeah, that and then Doctor Doom is played by Joseph Culp. He was okay, I guess. The actors, I will say, they put in the effort and the time to make this movie. Like, I think they gave the best performances that they could give for what they were given as a script and what they had to act in, because the set pieces they're not good. The movie, honestly, to me, looks like a TV show that would have came out in the late 80s. Like, that's the quality that it is. Like, it seems like it would have been totally a TV show back in the late 80s, which would have been cool. Like, it was... the budget they were provided. I mean, and the story is pretty straightforward. Oh, which I actually do like. I like that they went earlier and showed the younger sides of them. I like it when they do that in these movies. But Ben and Victor, or not Ben, Jesus, Reed Richards and Victor have this machine, and Galactus, this like space storm thing, is coming overhead. That's how they reference Galactus. And they're going to use the energy from it to power this device that they've built. Sounds familiar, right? And something happens to Victor. He gets electrocuted and stuff, and then he goes back to his home country of Latvia. Everybody, they show it, and he's actually like in a castle and shit. That is comic book accurate. And his costume looked pretty comic book accurate for like the 70s and stuff and 80s. It looked pretty accurate. So I'll give him that. But yeah, so then he turns into Doctor Doom, and they just barely show him throughout quite a bit of the movie to like build him up, and all this stuff. And he's over the top, just your super villain over the top. His fingers are clanking all the time, and he's constantly moving his fingers around and clanking, and he's doing spirit fingers all the time. Doctor Doom! Like, he's that kind of villain. And then our main four, the Fantastic Four, go on this mission in space, and of course they get their powers, they come back to Earth. We don't get to see them use their powers a lot because they didn't have a budget. They did not have a budget to make a superhero movie. So, and like, it's just crazy to me. The movie's not very good. It's not. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it is. The other Fantastic Four movies are better than this movie. So, but I feel bad for them. I really do. I feel bad that all these people put this time and love and effort into this project, and they didn't get nothing from it. They didn't get anything from it. They didn't even get to see their movie released. Like, it's so disrespectful and just a dick move. Like, horrible. So, I'm going to give the movie, it's 1 lightsaber out of 5 lightsabers. It's not very good, you guys, but like I said, give it a watch. Show it some love, at least, just for the people that made the movie. So, yeah, 1 lightsaber out of 5 lightsabers. If I gotta review it, it's not very good. It's not very good. But I would recommend watching it if you enjoy the other Fantastic Four movies to some level. Like, give it a shot. Give it a watch. It's kind of funny to watch because it's bad. So, alright, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll be catching you on the tuba later, because I have spoken.